ASMR Lady Lucidity Art. Hello there, my lovelies. So today I'm going to be making some Yule winter cards for you, and I have 3 designs here which I'll show you in a moment. But as you can tell, my theme is silver and purple. So this year I decided I wanted to make my own cards, as every year I promise myself that I'm going to make some and I end up leaving it too late and I have to panic buy some in the shops. But unfortunately most Yule cards are actually Christmas cards, so generally in shops all the cards they have say things like Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas or something along those lines, and I don't really want cards that say Christmas on them. So again, like I said, this year I wanted to make my own, so here they are. I'm going to give them out to my friends and family, so they'll be handmade and individual. This one at the end is still drying, but I'll just give you a closer look. So this one I've used 2 cut-out snowflakes and I've slotted the white one underneath the grey one, if you can see that, and to give them a little bit of space between the two I've used some sticky pads, and I absolutely love this effect because it makes it look 3D. It sticks out a little. I think it's super cool. I also have some ribbon along the top and the bottom with Made with Love across the bottom. So this is more likely to be something I give to one of my family members. And the little dots here are actually glitter glue, which hasn't quite dried yet, so I need to leave it flat. This one is extra funky. I'll try not to blind you, but it has mirrored card on it. So I've put this on first. I then put my 2 strips of ribbon down the side and 1 snowflake in the middle with 2 little wooden ones on either side. But again, if you look at it from certain angles, I don't know if you can see, it kind of looks like there's a second one underneath, but it's just one. But I do like the metallic-y effect it gives. So that's number 2. On to number 3. So this one I wanted to do something a bit more modern, and this one has 2 different sets of ribbons, again with my wooden snowflakes, and a snowflake in the middle that again using some little sticky pads to make it stick out slightly. This one is a lot more simple, so I can make these a lot quicker. Okay, so I'm going to put these away and I'll show you all the materials that I use to make these with. Here I have my array of different materials, so I'll just go through them briefly with you. I have my sticky pads, which are very useful for small and intricate crafts such as these. I have double-sided tape, which is very good for sticking down my ribbons. I then have two different sorts of ribbons here, both with snowflakes on. Okay, let's just pop that back in so it doesn't fall out everywhere. And I also have, as an extra, which you don't have to do, but I think it makes it more personal, I have this Made with Love ribbon, which I'm using to personalise my cards. So I would probably put one of these on the back at the bottom when I'm finished with my design. My snowflake cutouts, and these have been laser cut by machine, so they're very intricate and they're also quite sharp, so I need to be careful with those. In my little ramekin dish we have our wooden snowflakes, which are quite thin, but they stick out just enough to give a raised effect, so I think they're very cute. And if you want to try and make cards similar to these yourself, I will put a link in the description box below of where I got all my crafty bits from. Unfortunately, they are a UK based company, so I believe they don't actually ship abroad, but you can probably find most of these bits and bobs online through an international retailer. So I'll just pop those there. I have my glitter glue, which my hands are covered in at the moment. It's a really cool sparkly effect. My hands are quite sensitive to products and it seems pretty fine on my hands, so no need to worry for the moment. I'll wash it off after this tutorial. But glitter glue comes in many colours, and you can even get ones with sequins in. This one just happens to have glitter in it, which I love, and it looks really snowy. Just pop that there. And then I have some small sheets of my mirrored card. Hello! So I'll just put you back there. Okay. So, which design am I going to go for? I think I'm going to go for the one with glitter glue on it, just because I love using it. So, to start with, we're going to need a white snowflake, and I'm going to pop it roughly in the middle of my card for position purposes. Then I'm going to grab a few of my sticky squares, and for now just pop them on a couple of the ends. Okay, and the opposite ones, I think. So just pop you on there. And that corner. So I'm just going to peel those off the back. A little bit fiddly, so I've got to be careful not to rip my design. There we go. Okay, so I'm just flipped it over and position it, and just press lightly where the pads are. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to push this down a little bit because I don't mind if it's not sticking out quite as much, because for this design I'm going to layer it over the top. So now I'm going to grab one of my silver snowflakes and do the same thing. So grab a couple of sticky pads, again taking off the thin layer so you can get to the sticky part. Okay. The last one. Okay. Now comes the fiddly part. You have to position it roughly over where you want it. And this time only lightly press down on the pad because you don't want to squash it too much. Okay, go. So you can see we have our 3D effect going on. Okay, pop that back there. Okay, so now to our ribbon. Take my grey one out. And for this I'm using a material like ribbon rather than a plastic coated ribbon. So I'm going to measure how much I want. Grab my scissors. And I'm just going to measure out 2 parts because I want one for along the top and one for along the bottom. So I'm just going to grab a second part. Okay, put those over there. So they should be equal lengths, roughly. I'm going to grab my double-sided tape. So I'm not using glue for this part because I don't want the ribbon to get soggy and sticky. It's much easier to use double-sided tape for this part. It's much neater and cleaner. So So just pop a piece on each side. Okay, give it a good press, and then you'll want to peel off the backing. Like so. And then you'll want to carefully position your card and press it down. Okay, I'm going to do the same at the top. Okay, just working out how and where I want it. Okay, and press it down again. So you have your border. Now you can leave it like that if you wish, but I'm going to add my glitter glue. So I'll just grab my bottle, and it's kind of like icing a cake. So you squeeze from the bottom of the container, and you want to press your nozzle quite far down into the card. Don't hold it too far up, otherwise when you pull back it will make a cone rather than a blob of glitter glue. So I'm just going to zoom you in for this part so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So you want to push down into the card a little and then just pull back quickly to stop it from turning into too much of a cone. There we go. Because glitter glue is very sticky and consistency is a lot different to paint, so there we go. I think I've got some air in the tube as well, which isn't helping. There we go. So, okay, just little dots, and I want them to look like snowballs, so trying to vary the pattern a bit. Okay, and one in this corner. There we go. So glitter glue takes a little while to dry, so I'm actually going to leave this one overnight to dry before moving it around too much. And I've got my little tag here. So again, I'm going to put some double-sided tape on it and stick it to the front. I don't know if you can hear, but it's actually raining outside my window. It's sort of pattering against the glass, so in a moment I'll put my microphone up to the window and see if you guys can hear the rain. Just stick this down first. Okay. In the middle, press. So that's one of our designs. I'm going to go let it set now. And I'm going to move my microphone just to see if you can hear the rain. Did you hear anything? Possibly not. My microphone isn't particularly sensitive. I don't have a professional microphone or anything like that, so maybe one day. Okay, so that was design number 1. And I'm going to do this one next for you, just to show you another way of designing a card. So let's bring back one of our playing cards, and it might sound silly, but always make sure your card opens the way you want it to. So you may want your card to sit like that, or if you want it to open this way, make sure that you don't put your design on the front. Okay, so as our base, we have our purple card first of all, and I'm going to grab a piece of my mirrored card. Now, obviously for the moment it's too big for my card, so unless you want to have a completely shiny front to your card, which is fine, I'm going to adjust mine and just cut it to fit so it has a border. Okay, just move that out of the way. Okay, so now I've got a little border around my card, which is just perfect. So I'm going to take some of my masking tape and attach it to the back. Okay. And a little bit on the two sides, just like so. Then peel off the backing again. And try to position my card. Just give it a good press. Okay. Then I'll need to go and grab some of my ribbon. So again, I'm measuring out how much I need. And to cut another bit for the other side. Like that. some double-sided tape on each side and stick it to the side of my card. Okay, give them a good press down each side. So this one. Ooh. There we go, seem to have gotten attached there. Okay. And press each side. So now I'm going to go and grab my wooden snowflakes. I'm going to use my green sticky pads again. In the middle of each one. Okay. And pop them in opposite corners. There we go. And to finish it off, I'm going to grab one of my snowflakes and I'm going to stick him in the middle. I need a few more sticky pads for this one. One there, one there. Okay. Oh. Go. Flip it over and try to position it roughly in the middle. Okay. Press it down. Okay, so you don't need to double back your designs if they're on mirrored card, because if you can see, it looks like there's two already, but there's not. Okay, so that's the second design done. I might trim it and neaten it up a little bit, the edges. So I'll just bring back our ones from the start. Okay, so I've got quite a nice little collection started of cards. And these ones are really simple to make, but they look quite effective, I think. And you don't need to spend a lot of money to make nice fancy cards, but it's a personal touch that I think is really sweet to give to friends and family. So thank you again everyone for watching this video. If you're new to the channel and you like this video, please by all means subscribe to the channel and you can check out all my other videos. This is the first in my winter series of videos, so I'll be doing more Christmas, Yule and winter themed videos in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned and I will see you all again very soon. Bye guys.